Well, hello, everybody. Let's take a look here. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't even remember what they played at this point. That encore was so long. Now, long show tonight. Sometimes, you just more songs, if the show's, it doesn't matter how the show's going. More songs is just not going to change anything. It could, in fact, it could just start to go downhill. Although, this down here was nice. Over here was nice. All right, so. And then if this isn't your thing, I don't even think it's really my thing either necessarily. It's fun to play around though with these Mexico shows. I think that the point system was unveiled at the Mexico shows, and it didn't really become a regular thing, but it didn't go away forever. Could be the thing with this here, a little bit of an unveiling. Hopefully it goes better than the other night, night two. And this is night four, and I guess we'll just get started here. Sometimes I'll just unveil one at a time. Sometimes I'll block a show, songs at a time. Sigma Oasis was the opener, and it's just, it's not going away. If the next one is back, if Bowie seems to be back, Sigma Oasis staying in the rotation, strong in, and it's probably going to be there for a while. And it didn't go too deep tonight, opening up the show. David Bowie, however, when it was rare, a lot of times it was clunkers. But now, as they brought Bowie back, I feel like Bowie is in fact back. And early on, we got the Hood early on the other night. Divided Sky's taking a break while David Bowie, has kind of made its return. Other legends left off, Tweezer, no Mike's Groove. However, we did get a Wolfman's brother. Not to compare it to Mike's Groove or Tweezer's. However, Wolfman's very good. And tonight, no different. It's always kind of going to deliver. Tonight was the first time they start to push it a little bit, and then that leads to pushing it a little bit harder with Tube. Although Tube never quite going to be, maybe it's just never quite going to go off like Tube has the potential to. And then that, although we broke it up right there, that wasn't necessarily a breakup in the set. However, then we get on to Prince Caspian. Perhaps there was a little alligator there, but then Prince Caspian really didn't offer much on this one. Perhaps forced just because of the setting. Then we get into Mike Gordon's Mall. Mike Gordon's Mall gets him going for Ghost a little bit, though. Not that Ghost is a Mike song, but, Mike can really bring it on Ghost, and which he does, inspired by his Mall. And then we get on to Ghost, perhaps stealing the set away from Wolfman's and Tube. But no, perhaps the best set closer they got, show closer, whatever it's going to be. Any scenario where the sun was starting to set, where was it? Maybe somewhere in Ghost. And then it was just perfect for Squirming Coil. Old Page McDuck out there, crowd of people, just him. We didn't get the token stick around. I think he said thank you. Got a lot of thank yous from Trey and everybody tonight. So a near perfect set in her right there, if I could say. I don't know about near perfect, perhaps perfect. It might be. So then we start out the second set. If this is perfect, this is just a complete disaster for myself. I know people are probably like, hey, man, I love those songs. This was a complete party. If you were there, man, you would have been getting down. Well, I'm not so sure about that. Back to back, Possum, Julius. I might be like, well, I like Possum a little earlier, rather here. Julius, I can handle it up here rather than down here. But oh, Lord. But then we get, this is really what we're coming for. Stuff like this. Maybe the second song was not the delight tonight. It took him a bit of a delay with You Enjoy Myself. And I'm going to go ahead and sneak Everything's Right in there with You Enjoy Myself, because this is really when it started to kickstart with these two. Everything's Right, one of the newish songs at this point. Kind of hard to say that it's new. It kind of, and oh yeah, well geez, I forgot, ooh, if I had known, this would have been the super bundle, Simple was really where it was at. And if several jams in this run, it seems like it's been Page or even Mike kind of gets things kick-started, and then eventually maybe it ends with Trey going hard. Trey kind of got things going here to get this jam to develop. Perhaps I'm going to have to give it another listen. Maybe it's just a little recency bias here, but that jam may have stolen the entire Mexico run there, Simple. And Simple will do that to you sometimes, Just when you're going to sleep on Simple. Maybe a spoiler alert. This is also, we're midway past the midway point. How are we going to end it? Are we going to get like a 20 years later, maybe a Gaiuti, something like this, maybe something from the Farmhouse album that can jam out? Nah, man, they're going straight to Chomper City, back to back, number line, big C there for the boys and the lady. And, that was a bit of a disappointment. So what are they going to do for the encore? Well, they came back. They brought me back. If they lost me right here, while this was awesome, I was like, oh, come on, man. Just go hard. Go out on a limb. Even if you found something chilling, thrilling, anything, guys. Come on. Numberline and Susie. But, perhaps I'm in the minority with that, I'm sure there are the people on the webcast, they didn't seem to be complaining. Didn't hear anybody screaming at the band at the end. So then McGrupp, wow, it's rare. It was nice. Always going to be welcome, of course. Then I feel like, I don't know, we got another one after Waste. It feels like, normally they go right up to the stop time. I know this is a little bit different deal, kind of being down there, it seems like away from the world, but there are still rules, I know it's Mexico, but there are rules. They're the Phish and Waste. I think Trey was like, oh man, what a bummer. Are we really going to end this with Waste? People aren't feeling it. We should have just stopped with McGrupp. We had 5 minutes. We could have just been like, that's it, that's enough. So then he made the right decision, and he really ended it with Slave to the Traffic Light. Let's just forget this happened. While Waste isn't a bad song, you can't end a 4-night run that didn't have a Mike's Groove, it didn't have a tweezer. You're going to end the thing with Waste? Even Trey knew, we're not doing that, guys, even if we got to go over by 8 or 9 minutes. And the Slave, they didn't have much time for it. F Zappa 20 theory, they didn't have time to jam out because they were already over. 9 o'clock was the time. At about 9 o'clock, they were like, nope, Slave to the Traffic Light. We owe these people. All right, so that does it. That was a 4-night run. Boom, boom. I don't know how you felt about all that. That didn't go too bad. Oh, it went all right. Was it suspenseful? Were you like, what is this long-haired idiot going to show next? All right, let's get at it. Hair is getting pretty long. Alpine 19. If you're like, whoa, when was the last time you got a haircut? Go check out my Alpine 2019 recap. Got a haircut shortly before that. I like to fool people. I look like this, and then I cut my hair, and I go to a show, and people are like, I thought I saw you. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping up. Thumbs up. Always appreciated. If you're new here, subscribe. That's the routine. People already, let's go. All right, we're at 7 minutes. Let's get out of here. No sense in doing all that. Boom.